Good morning. One thing I forgot to mention last night is one of the other inductions we learned. It is the reverse magnetic fingers, where you hold your hands up like this and you stare at them and you imagine that they're two positive points on a magnet where they're repelling apart. One of the fun facts behind this induction is that, kind of like magnetic fingers, how you're physiologically predisposed to want to bring your fingers together. Your normal state of being with your hand is to have your relaxed like this, not keeping your muscles tense and rigid the whole time. So you kind of have physiology and biology helping you in that extent. I trim my face up a little bit. Gonna pump some jams and drive over to the Pan Pacific for day 3. I'll see you there.
Oh, that was for, like, there were Slavic tribes.
All right. Good morning from the Toronto Cinematic Universe near Greektown this morning. My name is Pierre LaFleur. Welcome to my personal YouTube channel. I just wanted to go over some of the cool stuff I learned in my Architecture of Hypnosis class the other day. I'm going to read off some little notes that I've taken. Just jot down. I wrote, get in the habit of sprinkling in yes sets and compliance sets into your day-to-day conversation. That way it kind of comes naturally to you. Next thing that we talked about was a hypnotic hangover. So if you look right here, in the states of trance, you've got a light trance, a medium trance, and a deep trance. You go through it. And then you have this 3 to 5 minute window period, which is called the hypnotic hangover period. And that's where you're more prone to suggestions and everything like that. You typically try to break this pattern by saying very loudly hi and staying with the client for 3 to 5 minutes afterwards. That way you don't undo any of the great work you've done. Then we talked about the 7-step model. And so the first step is demystifying. Second step is suggestibility tests. And the suggestibility tests we went through were all under the sun, from hand clasp to magnetic fingers to dictionary balloon to foot stuck on the floor to iron arm. We went through a basic induction, which is the Elman induction, which is step 3. The steps of fist tight, fist relaxed, closing your eyes, relaxing the muscles around your eyes. And then you do eye fractionation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count backwards from 100 down, letting the numbers fade out for a number block. Then you put your suggestions, and then you count them out, wake them up. Talked about deepeners, whether it's fractionation, doing a nice little hand drop, counting down, a shoulder press, just saying that your unconscious knows to go that much deeper, and also shifting the breathing. Convincers would be eyelid catalepsy, leg catalepsy, number block, or having them count upward and out of it from 1 to 10. On 6, you're out, but you continue to count to 10. For step 6, it's DSIH. Make it 10 words or less. Make it positive. Focus on multiple systems and do it from multiple angles. So if you're focusing, for example, on sleep, and you can feel so refreshed in the morning, and when you go to bed, you are going to go to bed in a deep, nice, comfortable sleep, and have your most important suggestion in the front. It's called the law of primacy. And then when you waken, you can either count them out or say, you can awaken on your own time starting now. We went over a few fun inductions, from eye fixation, focusing on a point and staring at it, and then allowing their eyes to close. And also the Walter B. Gibson, similar to the braid induction, where you focus on a point, you do open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And then after about 6 times, you have them keep their eyes closed because you're tiring out their eye muscles. So, yeah, really cool stuff today. Now fun social stuff. Went to the bar afterwards, hung out with Alex, the former Soviet Union guy, and also the Norwegians. I think it was Oleg, maybe, and Heinrich. And then Yaro, and the Irish father and son Lawrence combo. And yeah, just grabbed the glass of wine, hung out at the hotel bar. But it's been really fun. I've gotten a lot out of it, a lot of value. And yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to share this with you, make it a little crystallized nugget of information. Should have made it last night, but I got in too late last night. And I was talking to some people on the phone. Anyway, I'll see you later, Pierre. Keep up the great work. Good morning, Pierre. It is Friday, the final day. I wanted to briefly go over all the fun stuff that we learned on Thursday in architecture of hypnosis. So Mike taught us some cool technique with Chinese meridians where you do a middle finger to the forehead for 30 seconds like this for sleep, and you recycle it every 30 seconds for like 6 times, and it's effective. Regardless of the scientific nuance on why it works or why it doesn't work, it's still fascinating. Even if it's a placebo effect, like the fact that it helps, if it helps, it helps. Like, yeah. Suggestions, one note I took was to make suggestions broad-based and appeal to not only the visual senses, but also the auditory and kinesthetic. And you can begin to feel the substantial changes in the quality of your sleep. And I wonder how much better things will appear to you when you get a better night's sleep, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the sessions, say to yourself, I'm me again, kind of get yourself grounded and all that. Single finger catalepsy. That was cool. That's basically where you just have the one finger. You raise it, press down, press down, press down. All right, lighter than that, lighter than that. You have them just hold it like that. That was really cool. The name for the counting up from 1 to 10 is the Bernheim Awakening, where they awake at 6 and keep counting. We had a presentation on intake interview, and basically all I got out of it was use clean language and use precise language to find out what would you like to have happen. Good words to use in hypnotic suggestion are appropriate and normal. We learned about ADAC, ADAC. That's basically walking with grace and power, or throwing the bad idea out there and then destroying it in your mind by changing your state by breathing and removing that negative feeling and disassociating with it into referring to it as that. And then also doing like the 6-step EFT tapping. What is it? Like that. Oh, hand squeeze induction. That shit was cool. You like have somebody squeeze the fingers as hard as you can, like this. Come on, my grandma could squeeze better than that. And then you do eyes closed now. And in a moment, I'm going to have you allow me just enough space to remove my fingers. And they keep their hand like that. And then you do some kinesthetic ambiguity and say like, oh, your problems are in that hand and everything. And when your unconscious is ready, you can open your eyes now. And when your unconscious is ready, you can begin to open your hand and deploy all the resources to solve that problem. And I'm staring at this and I'm like, I'm not like totally tranced out, but I'm like, oh yeah, I can just open this. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then I was like, what's going on here? So that was pretty wild. I liked that one a lot. That was Yara's favorite. For pain relief, the different ways, there's 7 different things you can do: distraction, disassociation, time distortion, amnesia, submodalities. So what's its color, what's its size, what's its sound, what's its sharpness, and what's its distance. Change it, slam it back in your body, like with a headache. I have a headache. Well, what color is it? It's no color, it's a headache. Well, if it did have a color, what color would it be? It'd be like a purplish brown. Okay, can you change it to a blue? Yeah. All right, now slam it back into your body. What the fuck? Relaxation and reframing. Pain is pressure, sensation, and discomfort. Actually, really thankful for Ron Esslinger and his whole course and program for pain management and all that fun stuff. Then we did glove anesthesia, which I love. A cataleptic arm, pre-frame the cold with reaching into an ice bath or a snowbank, and then plunge it in, and then the numbness and thickness. And what Mike does is he does a progressive stroke down the hand like this for numb, and then he goes like this, and then like this, progressively getting lower and lower to infer, have your like brain wiring infer that it's getting number and number. It didn't really work super well on me till the end. I did it with Lars from Norway. But yeah, I think you can kind of do a medley with glove anesthesia and the Elman induction where you're doing a number block and everything. That's what Ron taught us. So, super excited for today. I think we're going to do PGO spikes, like very fast, rapid inductions. And then we're also going to do self-hypnosis and the Esdale state. So, super cool shit. Anyway, Pierre, keep up the great work. I'm proud of you. Love you. I'll see you in the next one.
The other Scott, Pierre Lafleur.
Oh shit.
All right, we're getting down to the last two. Scarier.
Oh, it's cool.
Alex. Gavin.
Yeah. Get a quick little video real quick.